What's good? What's good? The comfort of competence and confidence. That's the title of this video. What does that mean? I want to use a real life example to kind of start this video. So a few months ago, I posted about how a $2,000 potentially life-changing medical treatment was available to me. But I didn't have $2,000 at the time. Not many Americans have just $2,000 laying around. That's partially why I decided to move back into a van, because I want to be able to save money to invest in my health. I look generally okay and healthy, so people assume I am okay and healthy, but I experience a lot of physical pain, also some psychological pain. There might be some connections there. There definitely are connections there for myself and for a lot of people. But moral of the story, I saved up the money and I am getting the device. The short version is, if you don't want to watch that video, my jaw is out of alignment. It could be hereditary. It could be like a trauma thing, you know, from having bad parents who let me sleep on the top bunk and fall off. Anyways. So they have created an oral splint that will go on the bottom teeth to provide proprioceptive feedback. So like awareness, sensation. My left jaw is not getting the right feedback, so there's all kinds of compensation going on. And it starts, where it starts, it moves all the way downstream my body. So shoulders off, hips off, knees, everything. But I'm gonna get one in a few weeks. I was supposed to get it today, actually, but I'm special, said the dentist, and I love her. And so this is where the confidence and competence comes in. She is extremely good at her job. And so it's a dentist that works with a physical therapist to create proper alignment of the body. But the dentist, the first appointment we had to do the initial scans and whatnot, from the moment I met her, she had this amazing handshake. She gave great eye contact, and she owned the room. Not in a domineering fashion, but in a, she knew who she was, she knew what she was doing, she was confident. And that type of confidence is awesome to be around if you yourself are a confident, competent person, because you don't feel threatened. If you're not a crazy, insecure person, you love other people who are confident and competent, because it creates this authentic environment where you can just comfortably be yourself. And also, when you're in a healing situation, you want someone who is confident, because that contributes, that's part of the medicine. It literally is. So anyways, she introduces herself, and she's very, very personable. And one of the first questions she asks me is, what is the thing you do the most with your mouth? And my first thought was, and I had said to her, eating. And she kind of was like, well, not quite, think breathing. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to be a hobbit in reality. And she laughed at that. Because her confidence and competence combined with my confidence and competence created this environment where we could just very naturally and casually interact with one another, but not in a, I'm a doctor and you're a patient level, but I'm a human and you're a human. How can we help one another? She's helping me by helping my health. I'm helping her by giving her business. But it wasn't about money and business. It was just about an exchange of energy. I've been talking about that in a lot of my videos lately. And so people who are insecure hate confident and competent people. Because most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time, if you are confident and competent, you are a secure person. There are a lot of fake confident people, but they're insecure and they're not real confidence. And I hate to go there, but I'll go there a little bit. When it comes to the culture wars, I see a lot of this dynamic playing out left and right. The left is full of bitter, insecure people who resent confident, capable people. And that can be like pushed back through history, all the way through Marxism and all of the deaths that have occurred and all of the failed communist attempts. Because fundamentally, at its core, Marxism is an insecure, bitter, jealous ideology. It is this notion that confident and capable people should be controlled and manipulated to take care of the masses. And that's not how it works. If you interfere with people, you're going to disrupt their ability to be productive. In a natural environment where people are left to do their own things, they will naturally be productive. When you begin to introduce governments and manipulations of the market, people lose their ability to be uniquely productive. And I had actually just made a video about the healthcare industry and why I oppose universal healthcare. So go watch that video. But that is essentially what drives so much of the left. And I don't know really what the left is, and I know most people don't understand that they're supporting Marxism, but that's what is happening. People are supporting Marxist ideologies and very heavily inspired Marxist ideologies. It's so wild. It's actually impressive to me that one man has been able to create so much division within humanity, even long after his death. It's impressive. I mean, it's not, because it's fucking genocidal. Sorry, I'm getting passionate. But it's wild. I hope someday we can just collectively, globally, kind of get over this. And I know it's not going to be anytime soon, and I know it won't entirely go away, but it would be really nice to live in a world where Marxism wasn't mainstream. And it must happen organically. That's the thing. People must come to those conclusions after being given all the information possible. That's the key. Awareness. Knowledge is power. You know, you've heard that so many times, right? Knowledge is power. Stay woke. All that stuff. But it's true, because knowledge enables agency, and I've been mentioning that in my other videos as well. So I just want to wrap this one up with, I had made one more joke. Oh, so today I was supposed to get my device, but because they have to remake my device to account for more issues than they initially accounted for. It's whatever, it's fine. I'm so clenched up on this right side that I don't even open and close my mouth properly. There's shifting going on. And so they're going to remake it, and it's going to work. But the doctor, she was apologizing, because she had to be all up in my mouth and all of that and whatnot. And she had one of her assistants in the room. And I had joked, I was like, oh, don't even sweat it. This is the most physical touch I've had in a long time. And then they both laughed. And when I'm able to bring my relaxed, authentic self, it's something that I enjoy doing, but there's something more I'm trying to get to. Maybe one more story. One of my coworkers had to put down one of her dogs yesterday, and she had told me in the morning that that's what she had to do that day. And I just gave her a big hug, and we talked about it, and this coworker and I've developed a really good relationship with them. I'm technically their boss, but I'm like developing them and coaching them and trying to help them grow within the company. But it's more than that. She sent me a text after, just saying that she's very thankful that she got to meet me, and she's very happy because I've been told I'm a mirror. This is the best way to say it. I've been trying to think of the most neutral way of saying this without I'm a mirror. So, and a projector. So essentially I take in what you give and I magnify it and give it back. So if you have a really cool vibe, I take that in, I amplify it, and I project it back into the room, and it's a blast. But if you are a dark piece of shit and you come at me, I will burn you down. Not really, like I'm not in a physical way, but and it's not even that I'll burn you down, because sometimes I can lose, especially if there are power differentials at play. Like if somebody is your boss and they're a malevolent person, I can't be the full authentic self I want to be. That's, oh man, that's a whole other video. But if you're a confident, competent person, you make the world a better place. And if you're not, and you're insecure and bitter, you make the world a worse place. But the beauty of all of this is that you can always build competence and confidence. It's very easy to start. You pick a hobby, you pick a profession, you just start trying to develop skills. Maybe it's music, maybe it's art, maybe it's writing, maybe it's woodworking. There are so many things. You just have to start. You just have to begin to interact with and participate in material reality. Get away from the digital life so much. That's one reason that the left has been programmed so well, because they're so addicted to their devices. This video is getting longer than I wanted. If you actually watched all of this, I really appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, because it'd be nice to get more than 8 views, which 4 of them are just me watching it. Whatever. Much love.